Yeah, brand new this year. The two of us coaches this year came on board, Robert and myself, joining one coach from last year, Don Krashenski. So there's three of us up there this year, and two of us are new, and we are so excited and pumped to be a part of the team.
So what are you going to be focusing on this year with your team?
Well, the focus is always learning. It's golf's an interesting game, and it's different than in any other sport, that's for sure. The focus has to be on learning and growing and developing as a golfer and as a young individual. And when you do that, when you focus on the learning, it's a funny thing that magically the play seems to get a lot better.
When it comes to golf, I'm the worst golfer. I'll admit that straight up right now. Is it more about talent, or is there a bit of mathematical skill to how to hit the ball properly?
You know what? It's not. I would say math is the wrong way to think of it. It's more about understanding yourself, your body, your tendencies as a person, rather than a mathematical formula. It's a lot more kind of free and open rather than technical and mechanical.
Now, your team, the UBCO Heat men's and women's golf teams, have they already opened up their season?
Yeah, we had our first tournament on in Parksville at a course called Morning Star, and it was a really great learning experience for ourselves as coaches, and the team did very well. It was great.
And what are you looking to maybe learn on from that weekend when it comes to the next tournament?
Well, to be honest, as a coach, I had a bit of nerves because it was going to be a new experience, but it turned out to be a very well run and smooth process, and it turned out to just be a lot of fun, and the focus was completely on the kids, and it was a great thing. So what the team has learned is that golf is golf, no matter whether you're playing in a big tournament or whether you're playing with your buddies. It's all the game never changes.
When it comes to the golfers that you have on your team, are a lot of them new to the golf program with the Heat, or you have a lot of a veteran roster this year?
I would say it's about 50-50 with veterans and new people. Some of them are brand new, and some of them have been there for a year or two. Our oldest one has been on 4 years. This is his final year. And it's a really cool thing to watch to experience the veterans helping out the younger people. It's an awesome thing. Golf tends to attract some really, really strong individuals, so they're very willing to help the new guys because they really care about the team. It's a great thing to be a part of.
What's coming up for the team next?
Well, our next tournament is we're hosting our tournament for the Pac West League, and it's this weekend. It's at the Okanagan Club. We'll be playing the Bear courses, so we're getting prepped and ready for that.
Who do you guys compete against? Are there other colleges that send their golfers in, or how does it work?
Yeah, there's other universities all over southwestern British Columbia, and we play, I think, 7 different universities in total.
What about your players? What is your favorite thing about your team?
It's a really cool thing. The type of people that golf attracts, or maybe even helps create. Golf's the only game out there where you call a penalty upon yourself. There's no other sport out there where you have to be honest enough and open enough to call a penalty on yourself if you discover for yourself that you have in fact broken a rule, which is actually a really common occurrence. In fact, it happened to us on this past weekend where one of our individuals realized that she had infracted one of the rules, and she took it upon herself to call a penalty of 2 strokes on herself. And as a coach, nothing makes us prouder than to see one of our individuals be so honest and open, and it's just a great thing to see. So the kids that golf seems to attract are just amazing individuals, amazing people, and we're just really happy to be a part of it. It's great.
You don't normally hear of athletes doing that. If they do something wrong or against the rules, they try to, a lot of times, sneak it by. But with your guys, it's completely different. Yeah, golf's the opposite. If you compare it to hockey, everybody, when they get a penalty, they're arguing with the ref. I didn't do that. That didn't happen. But golf's the exact opposite. There is no ref out there. It's just you. And so when something like that happens, you got to be very honest, and you got to have a clear conscience, and you just call the penalty upon yourself. So not only do our players have a great understanding of the rules, but
they're brave enough to call a penalty upon themselves when they've in fact broken a rule by accident.
Hey, well, Cass, best of luck to you and your team this upcoming weekend when they're at home at the Okanagan Golf Club.
Hey, thank you very much, Wendy.
Cass Hritzuk, he is, of course, head coach of the UBC O Golf, just giving us a bit of an insight as to how his team has been doing, as well as what you can expect for this season. This is his first year as head coach for UBC O Golf. He's expecting some big things from his kids, and by the looks of it so far, they were in action last week and back in action this weekend. They're going to have quite the season.